Some people may think that science and philosophy can explain anything, however, this is not entirely true. In our today's collection, you will see unusual living creatures, various situations, and phenomena that will surely surprise and even puzzle you. So, let's go! Niagara Falls is one of the most famous waterfalls in the world, surrounded by a picturesque natural landscape with green parks, hiking trails, and observation decks. It's great that her parents were able to provide her with a happy childhood despite her unique features. The Goliath beetle is common in Cameroon, and at first glance, it impresses with its beauty. Sometimes people say that modern high-rise residential complexes look like anthills. Maybe they do, but they are beautiful in their own way. He definitely has no chance to hide in the crowd. He is a real star wherever he goes. Even at 98, he is in great shape and can be a great example for young people. This trip will definitely remain forever in their memory and will give them incredible impressions. They say that Aratinga is an incredibly funny and friendly bird. In addition, their appearance delights even the most demanding aesthetes. When you see such a contrast of clouds and a green meadow where sheep graze, it seems that this is not reality, but just a picture. Peacocks are striking in their beauty, especially when they unfold their tails, topped with bright, luxurious feathers. There is no doubt that this is a visual illusion, but it's still difficult to understand how this is possible. Iceland's ice caves are beautiful because of their amazing natural beauty and uniqueness. Inside, you can see the stunning shapes of ice, transparent blue and turquoise shades of ice walls, as well as a variety of textures and light reflections. Do you think the owner of this car just likes big cars, or was he trying to feel confident with such a purchase? Some might say that such machines are something useless. On the other hand, many people will be delighted with the opportunity to avoid contact with microbes. The charming rhinoceros allowed people to examine it and calmly waited until it was treated with such a desired delicacy. With such a drink, the holiday will definitely be unforgettable. Not every experienced fisherman would be able to cope with such a task. The boy is not only brave, but also deftly manages to pull out a fish.
Whoa, 快跑！
Collecting wild honey requires dexterity. For an untrained person, such an occupation can be dangerous. On this observation deck in Madeira, you can not only admire the incredible landscape, but also feel unity and harmony with nature. Not everyone understands modern art, but it cannot be denied that it impresses with its originality. Given the number of cars, it is also very important to follow the traffic rules here. You can watch fish in reservoirs for hours, especially such beautiful ones. Only on Halloween can this pie be perceived without fear, even though it is still difficult to get rid of disgust. These birds were not going to perform original tricks in the air. In such a way, they tried to share their lunch. How can you not believe in the existence of UFOs or supernatural forces? Why choose a boring color when you can drive a bright and spectacular car? Tell me honestly, does he remind you of some funny cartoon character too? Let this attraction not be compared to a roller coaster in terms of speed, but an adrenaline rush can be definitely found here.
What a twist! Haven't you expected to see this either, have you?
Some prefer discreet, expensive things, while others prefer to inform everyone about their capabilities and literally dazzle others with wealth. Visitors to this floating restaurant in China are delighted with the picturesque views and atmosphere. However, this institution has several disadvantages. For example, if you urgently need to leave, you will not be able to call a taxi. A resident of a village in Germany immediately notified local authorities about such an amazing find. This sinkhole in the ground seems to have come from nowhere, while its depth is about 20 meters. When the fog envelops Manhattan, one can witness such an amazing sight. People sometimes devalue the feelings of animals and do not keep their distance. As you can see, it's a huge mistake. This is a great option for those who constantly lose their umbrella. What would you call the sixth extra finger? This voracious kid seems to be very hungry and will soon start taking food away from others. Surely, being in such a rain, you really want to get into the shower. In China, about 140 million people travel by train to their families before the National New Year holidays. As soon as he slapped the sleeping elephant, he immediately fell down to continue his sweet sleep. In the Chinese city of Baoji in the province of Shaanxi, the wind raged in earnest and raised a real blizzard of cherry blossoms. If the dish can leave the plate on its own, perhaps this is a sign that it is worth giving it up. Some living things adapt better than others. This is probably not a congenital anomaly, but a consequence of a collision with an opponent in battle. Fortunately, such a horn in no way prevents it from enjoying life. For a person suffering from claustrophobia, such a path is a terrible nightmare. Such a caring owner does not go anywhere without his pets. A halo is an optical phenomenon during which a luminous ring appears around the sun or moon. It is very rare, so all the eyewitnesses are very lucky. Do you think he was born with such a feature, or is it a consequence of an unsuccessful hunt? No one doubts that bees are not only hardworking, but also intelligent creatures. In general, it's clear why many people prefer small dogs, but it is even scary to pick up such a fragile creature. To say that this man somehow misunderstands his dog is to say nothing. It is believed that only one of 10,000 snakes is born two-headed, but it is impossible to give exact figures. Sensing danger, the pufferfish inflates and significantly increases in size, filling its extremely elastic stomach with water or air. Most species of sea snakes are venomous, but they are usually not aggressive and prefer to avoid close contact with humans. Apparently, their barbecue is excellent and they don't suffer from a lack of customers. These toads look charming, but it's painful to look at how cramped they have to be. The baby has found a wonderful place where it can finally sleep in peace. It's not even the fear of spiders, but the fact that at the sight of such a large number, it seems that they are about to spread all over the body. Their society is highly organized, there is discipline and order. It seems that this cow has spent too much time watching crocodiles. These tiny jellyfish look so cute that they rather resemble cartoon characters. If they hadn't moved, it would have been very difficult to spot them among the foliage. Going fishing, they could not even think that they would remember this day for the rest of their lives, because to see a humpback whale just a few meters away from themselves is incredible luck. Such food for aquarium fish can spoil the appetite of many people. I am sure that it's not easy for their neighbors since they have to meet every dawn with roosters. The father passed on his knowledge to his daughter and taught her to take care of those who were tamed, even if they were snakes. This baby crab is just getting ready to be born. Who needs a unicorn when there is this miracle of nature?
Boi com chifre só. Boi unicórnio. Oh, ferro. Vou te falar agora que eu fiz desse vídeo.
Age does not matter when there is a desire to succeed in something. This 80-year-old surfer is a vivid example of love for life and sports. This is a very effective and at the same time productive method of dealing with stress. The beaches of Rio de Janeiro, such as Copacabana and Ipanema, are among the most famous in the world. They are known for their beautiful landscapes, vibrant atmosphere, and a huge number of visitors. Do you have any idea what this is all about? Wow, has someone made their way to us from a parallel universe? It turns out that walking through the forest, you can stumble upon something inexplicable and very strange.
Have you seen it before?
To be honest, I'm speechless after witnessing it. What about you?
Do you think it's their own initiative, or did someone train them? Bioluminescence is an amazing and magical phenomenon that impresses with its beautiful and mystical radiance. Spending so much time in flowers, it's no wonder that sometimes bees can get dirty in pollen. This is a very original declaration of love. The main thing is that no one is allergic to bee stings. Light blue soldier crabs can be found at low tide on the sandy beaches of Australia. Whole armies of them get out of the sand to go hunting. It seems that even the fishermen themselves are surprised by such a catch. It's even scary to approach them. It looks like very hungry eels have gathered here. Hot volcanic gases escape from the circular vent of Etna in short pulses and, as a result, create the shape of a ring. Why spoil your sneakers if you're quite capable of avoiding this problem? During a solar eclipse, the sun, hidden by the moon, turns the sky into a dramatic landscape shrouded in unusual shades and iridescences of light. Despite their modest size, these fish are aggressive and have a devastating effect on the Florida reef ecosystem. He is definitely one of those people who never doubts himself and carries out his plans. Does anyone know what kind of creature is enjoying water treatments here? Helicopters are increasingly being used to transport animals to hard-to-reach areas or if medical assistance is needed. Interestingly, in order to avoid injury, the rhinoceros is hung upside down. The difference in air and water temperature caused an unusual fog over the lake. Swimming with stingrays in the Maldives is a unique and exciting experience that allows one to see these amazing creatures in their natural habitat and observe their graceful movements. Seagulls gather together for several reasons. This helps them protect themselves from predators, and it also makes it easier for them to find food. A lightning strike can affect a tree in different ways. It all depends on several factors: on the type of tree, the moisture content in it, and on the intensity of the electric discharge. Large crustaceans attack the coast of California, especially in San Diego. This phenomenon can be observed annually.
There are things that are absolutely impossible to believe, and how could this even happen?
It seems that there is just the middle of a party here, which is very interesting to watch, but which I would not like to attend. Caves, where whole colonies of bats live, often become real attractions. Who knew that romance is inherent even in insects? This little monkey is not going to let his dear friend go anywhere. What else is needed for happiness? This new swing can be the source of it. These pandas are happy as children. In order to drive on such slopes, you need to have a suitable car, be brave enough, and have excellent driving skills. Either the water near the wall is warmer, or they hide from fishermen. There are volunteer organizations that help preserve the world around us, including saving these tiny turtles and giving them the opportunity to find themselves in their natural habitat. The cute little bear just wants to accompany the car and make sure that the driver knows the way. After this deadly dance, only one of them will survive. The bizarre caterpillar can easily become the prototype of a cartoon character. How handsome he is! He may well star in some advertising campaigns. It is rare to see such an unusual representative of the lizard genus because it uses its natural camouflage. Its name is no less bizarre than its appearance. Its name is a satanic leaf-tailed gecko. It is not uncommon for such a large number of dustbin-lid jellyfish to appear on beaches due to the increased concentration of salt in the water and the large amount of plankton they feed on. The swallows like this statue in El Salvador so much that they chose it as their permanent residence. After this procedure, it clearly became easier and more fun for him to live. When this stepladder's working day is over, it tries to leave the workplace as soon as possible. It is a rather strange situation when a bat falls on your car and remains motionless. On the one hand, you don't want to touch it. On the other, you want to check if everything is okay with it.
This is really weird. This is really, really weird. This poor leaf-nosed bat.
So it seems that artificial intelligence and robots are about to take over the Earth. Only by flying over the desert can you realize how boundless its expanses are. The aviation show is an incredible spectacle where the best pilots skillfully maneuver in the air, performing exciting stunts and figures. Synchronized performances create a unique atmosphere and delight the audience. These caterpillars try not to create chaos on the roadway, but to cross the streets in an orderly manner. Keeping such a preparation in mind, these parrots are most likely not traveling for the first time. This fish and man have something in common. They both love crunchy snacks. No, this is not a handmade original decoration for your living room, but eggs laid by one exotic species of toad. It would have been easier for her if it had been a worm and not fibrous tissue after a painful injury. It seems that work tasks can be performed by themselves here. This is a charming living creature that lifts the mood with its appearance alone.
And we're moving on at the speed of light. All the most interesting things are still ahead.
I would not like this thing slightly resembling cotton candy to catch up with your clothes. That's how crazy theories arise that dinosaurs or other unprecedented creatures still live on our planet. Many would definitely be horrified by such an experience, but the girl undoubtedly enjoys the company of these charming spiders. The appearance of some living creatures is so unusual that it seems as if they came from another planet. Have you ever seen flying trees? You're right, they don't exist. I'm sure that the driver of this car is well aware of the seriousness of the situation, but he is doing something possible to get home today and deal with it tomorrow. Various atmospheric phenomena, including unusual clouds, fascinate with their beauty. During the flowering of the black poplar, the streets are literally covered with its poplar fluff, which often causes allergic reactions. In addition, it can clog ventilation systems and other mechanisms. Such a usage of balloons gives a lot of pleasure to the dog. It also wants to participate and help the owner. The bees have worked hard and created delicious honey.
Wow.
It seems that peacocks are never bored. They always find something to do.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
Maybe this cat was also bitten by a spider and now it has improved its abilities and can conquer new heights. There is a village in Armenia where storks nest on almost every pillar. It seems that they have chosen him for some purpose and are persistently trying to ask for something.
Dude, this is insane.
If he decided to reverse all the way home, then this is just madness.
Insane. Oh, never mind. What?
However, it seems that everything is fine, it's just that his car misleads others. Divers manage not just to observe the underwater world, but to find themselves in the epicenter of events. For them, a comfortable and secure life involves fewer obstacles. This tigerfish knows how to deal with everything that stands in its way. Maybe it's not the best idea to drive a Lamborghini through the snow, but he's a master at driving a car. Don't worry, these are not human remains, although this kind of hand looks pretty creepy. Seeing this in the water, the natural reaction would be to run wherever you look and call the police. However, one should not jump to conclusions. This is just an unusual type of algae, common in Chile. Even such a tiny pet requires care and attention. It turns out that this mushroom is found all over the world, and despite its bright appearance, is not poisonous. When you get used to carrying a bunch of things, you have to choose the right vehicle. Every year, there are more and more extraordinary pools, but no one has seen this for sure yet. Would you dare to drive 1,500 steps down? It is unlikely that she was able to enjoy the views here.
Non ha tanto sterzo. Madonna. Madonna, raga. Che roba è?
I can't understand how this is even possible. He has a very unusual talent.
It was so cool. It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
Apart from storms, the sea can be dangerous for many reasons. There may be explosions of ammunition, detonation of mines, and fires on water vessels or tankers with petroleum products. Due to the speed and braking distance of trains, collisions with wildlife are common on railway tracks. It is difficult to say exactly how many animals die during crossings, but many countries are working to introduce innovative solutions that will reduce the likelihood of a tragic outcome. As soon as the inhabitants of the Middle East were able to come to their senses after sudden downpours and floods, they had to face an invasion of beetles. Their incredible number caused panic and worsened the quality of people's lives. People have always dreamed of learning to fly and conquer the sky. Every year, there are more and more different devices with which this is possible. That's why it's better to keep the windows closed when a hurricane is raging in the city. It is not difficult to guess where these birds have settled.
I know, I don't have any room on my phone right now. Oh shit, that's pretty cool. Oh my god, they're all skinny.
Looks like chicken.
What's a chicken tree?
Hi, look, it looks like chicken. Just a piece of chicken.
Even non-venomous snakes can be aggressive and dangerous, and if their size exceeds the limits of reason, it becomes even more dangerous. Therefore, the transportation of such reptiles requires careful preparation and caution. Needle ice is usually found along the coasts. It impresses with its beauty and fascinates with its unique texture and shape. At such moments, it becomes clear why divers love the process so much. Does anyone know what kind of amazing creature this is, whose mantle contrasts so much with the turquoise seawater? No one has any doubt that he can park anywhere. It's easy to think that some huge creature lives in the river, which is about to come to the surface. You won't have time to think that the reason for what you saw is the air that comes out due to the construction of a new subway line. Why do you need toys if you can find something much more exciting? Usually, huge snakes don't really need the company of people, but sometimes friendly relations with them can be useful. Given how much visibility is deteriorating on the road, perhaps this storm should have been avoided. Pelicans are outstanding hunters. They effectively use their natural instincts, amazing eyesight, and special anatomical features to feed themselves. Hardly anyone would want to watch such an explosion live. It's another thing to see these impressive shots. Do you think it's beautiful? Maybe it is, but this lilac smoke in the sky means a gas leak, so it's not worth watching it outside. He literally has to break through the snow, creating a real winter fairy tale around himself. On Chinese New Year, this huge dragon decorated Dubai. This drone nightlight show was an amazing gift for all the eyewitnesses. It was very nice of him that he did get up, although this is not his fastest way of moving. It looks like he's going to have to wait a bit before he can go anywhere. Geese can choose their favorite nesting sites, often returning to the same place every year to lay their eggs. The domino effect can help you when you need to do such difficult and hard work. The international airport of the Caribbean island of St. Martin is located so close to Maho Beach that planes landing fly a few meters above the heads of vacationers. However, most often, tourists go to this beach to experience such a thrill. Starfish are some of the most amazing sea creatures in the world. Often their unusual appearance makes them popular among photographers and marine enthusiasts, and when an unusually large individual appears on the shore, it attracts everyone's attention.
Have you also noticed that our time together flies at the speed of light? We can't wait to see you in our next episode. See you soon.